It's a gorgeous fall afternoon. The sun is out, it's like 70 degrees right now. I just got home from work. It's the perfect time to go for a walk and look for some leaves to paint. I'm gonna go see what I can find. I enjoy fall in its entirety. I love the cool weather and the sweaters that come with it. I love the changing leaves. I love bonfires and cuddling up with a warm blanket and a warm drink. I love Halloween very much. I like dressing up and being spooky and watching scary movies. Yeah, I like everything about fall. And it is such a special time of year because it only happens like for a month that we see the leaves change and get to experience all of these fall activities. Well, this is what I fell for. Oh, this is so tiny. They're all a little crinkled. Or I guess you could say they're all a little dry. They're drying up real quick. Cool. Well, I found just a couple leaves and that's all I need. So I'm gonna go back home and start to paint. So I got home about an hour ago. I got my paintbrushes out. I'm just about to start painting. Today I'm painting on this handmade paper. It was made by people in Nepal in the Himalayas. So yeah, I'm gonna be painting this leaf today. My style of art is typically abstract. I do enjoy drawing leaves because I like putting all the colors together that show in the leaf. Although I am drawing based off of what the leaf looks like, it is somewhat abstract to me, like putting the colors together. The materials I like to paint on are typically Yupo paper, which is I want to say plastic-based paper or non-absorbent paper, so water just sits on it and evaporates. I also like to paint on handmade paper. There's a special texture to it that adds to the painting and makes it look more natural, like it came from the ground, you know, with materials from the earth. Has an earthy feeling to it, and I like that depending on what art I'm painting or what I'm painting. I do like to paint on canvases as well. I have made some of my own canvases in the past, but I currently don't have the right equipment to make a canvas. But I also like painting on canvases when I'm doing oil painting. I sometimes do acrylic, but I like to paint on watercolor, or I like to paint watercolor the most, which is why I use the Yupo and natural paper more often. I like to incorporate salt into my art because I also feel like salt is natural and comes from the earth and it absorbs some of the water, so it kind of adds to this abstractness or not having much control over the art. I put the colors on and the art kind of makes itself on the page, I feel like. And this, like I said, the salt absorbs the water and mixes some colors together and shows certain patterns, and I like that. I also just experimented for my first time with sand on an art piece, and that was the other video you guys saw with the agate that I was drawing, that kind of line work. Again, it comes from it just being natural and from the ground and very earthy, and what I'm painting is very earthy and natural, and instead of salt I wanted to try sand, and I did like it and I would use it again. I also like to draw with black and white, and this typically is done with markers. I like to draw space-related drawings. I've always been interested in astronomy and what else is out there, and so some of my pieces come from what you might find in space or what we don't know that we might find in space. But I also just like this idea of black and white. There's no in between. It's very contrasting. I started drawing the planets because I would sit on the back patio each night after school and relax and draw, you know, look at the sky and draw. And it made me think of all of these things that I had heard or know or think about space, and just looking up at the sky and the stars and the constellations just really inspired me to create pieces that also think about those things. Here is another leaf I painted earlier in the week that I framed. Thanks for watching this video. I really enjoy painting leaves during this season. If you liked the video, please take a second to give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you'd like to see more of this type of content. Thanks guys, see you next week.